Aloha friends, it's Robert Stellick. Today's video is all about the new Blue Planet retracting leash system. I'm gonna talk about why it's such a great system for foiling. It's super high performance because there's zero drag from the leash, and it's also safer because it keeps the board away from you. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the history of this leash, the development we went through, the functions and features, and also the accessories that are available with this new retracting leash. Okay, so first of all, a little bit about the history. We used to sell the Oceanus Reel leashes for many years. I started using them when I started foiling. Found it's a great way to keep the leash out of the water and also the board away from me when it gets dragged by a wave. So it's safer and more high performance than a regular leash. Also, you don't have to worry about the coil leash tangling around your foil or equipment or other leashes. So I find this an excellent tool. Then a little over a year ago, the owners of Oceanus decided to retire. So the Oceanus Reel leashes were no longer available. And over the years, we've sold thousands of these waist belts with them. And now they were no longer available. So I worked with Jeff from eFoil Solutions to design this brand new foil leash. It's available exclusively through Blue Planet and authorized dealers, as well as through eFoil Solutions. So let's talk a little bit about all the features and accessories that are available for it. So first of all, when you pull on this leash, you'll notice it has a little bit more tension than previously. So it has a spring that has a little bit thicker coil, a little bit more tension. I love this because it just lasts longer. I find that the Oceanus Reel leashes over time lost a little bit of the tension. So this one has more tension to start with, so it should last longer. And these coils are also replaceable. And if you do prefer having less tension on the reel, we actually offer that as an option. You can have the spring replaced with a lower tension spring inside. And we'll have a separate video that shows how you can do that yourself. We also offer that as a service if you ever have trouble with your coil. It can be replaced. Okay, so what are some of the improvements we made to this retracting leash as compared to the previous model, the Oceanus Reel leash? So first of all, we put an oil port in the back so you can unscrew this screw in the back and add some oil to this coil inside, so that helps prevent corrosion and ensures smooth performance of the reel. And then there's also a separate wash hole so you can shoot water into it. We recommend after every use in salt water, you shoot some fresh water into it and pull it out a little bit just to make sure you wash out the system, have it go wash all the way through the reel. If there's a little bit of water left inside, that's all right, as long as it's fresh water and not a lot of salt is left in there. Another improvement is the size and weight. So these are smaller and lighter and thinner and more comfortable than the Oceanus Reel leashes. So that is a big benefit as well. They also have this little tab at the end. So if you want, you can slide that further up if you don't want the coil to retract all the way. So this allows you to adjust the length of your shock cord between the board and your reel. So I have the reel here on my back. The way you attach it to your board is with a shock cord. So it has a quick release, so you just attach it to that, and then while you're using it, the coil is fully retracted while the shock cord is dangling from you. So there's no tension on the coil while you're using it on the water. But if you do fall in, there's about an 8-foot extension of the coil coming out. Plus, when you hit the end of the reel, you have this shock cord that gives you extra shock absorption. So this prevents it from getting like a jolt at the end of the coil. So the most popular way to use it is as a waist belt. So this one, you can also get a harness hook. If you're using it for wing foiling, you just put a harness line on your wing, and then you can hook in while you're riding using a harness hook. I even have a second hook on the side, so if I'm riding in switch stance, I can hook in on my side hook. It also has an option to put on a little pigtail. So this pigtail allows you to attach your wing leash quickly and easily. And then if you do have to get rid of your wing and or board, you can just undo this quick release and the whole system comes off. So this whole thing can come off with your board and wing attached together. So the board will kind of prevent the wing from flying away. So this is a good way to get rid of your equipment if you have to. There's a Velcro closure, so this keeps it safe and secure, so the belt can't slip while you're using it. Once you adjust it, you don't have to make any more adjustments. You just take it off with the buckle. And we tested this buckle. It's very strong, so we haven't had any issues with any of these parts breaking. So we've been testing this for a few months now, finally have them in stock, so they're available right now. We also have this calf leash option. So this is a shorter cuff. It comes with a shorter shock cord. So this one will also have zero drag when you're using it. So this leash is also nice for e-foiling or surf foiling, downwind foiling, those kind of sports. Keeps the leash out of the water at all times, but you still have that safety factor of the leash and the board staying away from you. So one thing that can happen when you're foiling is you wipe out, you fall forward, and with the wing, sometimes you can kind of use the wing to absorb some of the fall. But if you do that and you have a short leash, the board will fly right after you. So by having a longer leash, keeps the board away from you at a longer distance, and it's much safer. Also, if you get tumbled in the waves, the board will get pulled way out, away from you, about 10 to 12 feet away, while the wing is still a little bit closer to you with the wing leash attached to the waist belt. So it kind of keeps the wing and the board apart so they don't get tumbled together in the wave. And as you know, the sharp foil tips can easily damage the wing when it gets tumbled. So less damage to your equipment, safer, and more high performance. We have these available as complete kits. So we have this ankle or calf leash kit that comes with a shorter shock cord, or we have this waist belt leash kit that comes with a longer shock cord. So, and this is our most popular option. And then as accessories for the waist belt, we also have the harness hook. We have the little pigtail for the wing leash attachment. And of course, you can also just buy the reel itself separately. So many different ways you can set this up. We also have replacement coils. So all the parts are available, and you can fix this yourself or send it in for repair. It's guaranteed for 1 year, and I think all you foilers out there are gonna love this product. It's also available for wholesale, so if you're a dealer and would like to sell this in your shop, please contact us. I really hope you get a chance to try our new reel leash. I'm sure you'll find it high performance and safe. The best option in my opinion for foiling. So I'm gonna head out on the water. Hope to see you out there. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the Blue Planet Surf YouTube channel. See you on the water. Aloha.